Before I introduce our guest, I'd like to discuss the concept of horror. Horror takes many forms of media, each one catered to incite varying levels of fear. One of my favorite ways to experience this phenomenon is through video games. Movies, books, and folklore can cause fright for all of the same reasons that video games do, but video games present the opportunity to become the victim of the story. If you don't scare easily like myself, these instances eventually become anxiety simulators, which directly affects the tone and level of immersion needed to enjoy the genre. Failure is a very real fear for some, and may be enough to challenge your better instincts throughout your playthrough, especially if you care about the character. But how does your character feel about all of this? Meet Luigi. Like many, Luigi fears what he does not know. Like why he won a mansion from a contest he didn't enter, or why his older brother's possessions were scattered across the property. You'll find that in this mansion, the untold horrors are what will haunt you most. Those who don't find fear in the ghosts may find it in darker concepts, like the fact that this entire family was killed by unknown causes. And the same guy who made these wants you to use his super vacuum to collect all of these ghosts for his gallery? Now, whether you know Luigi or not, know this: Luigi's Mansion is an amazing horror game, and from the very beginning, you see Luigi's mood change and the temperature drop. His breath becomes visible, and his voice begins to tremble. Mario! The ghosts, ghouls, and boo depicted in this installment of the series are by far my favorite, offering a wide range of abilities, weaknesses, and intentions worth investigating. Wait, did he just choke him out? What is going on here? Although some ghosts are more portrait-worthy than others, few hardly feel like they needed to be collected at all. A lot of them have that Nintendo charm you'd expect from similar titles, and use it to their advantage when it comes to delivering a scare. Similar to the way that Jordan Peele uses his background in comedy to achieve amazing tone shifts in his horror flicks. Now, not all good horror games will have amazing characters or tone shifts, but I find that great horror games will trick you into feeling comfortable with your controls so that you can experience real anxiety when the situation gets uncomfortable. It's almost scary how simple it is to consume the soul of every ghost with a vacuum, but in the name of property value, you must press on. Speaking of property, Luigi's actual mansion is magnificent. The player is rewarded for most interactions and is encouraged to truly examine their surroundings before advancing. Make no mistake, the mansion is not your friend, and may deceive you if given the chance. It features 3 floors, a basement, a rooftop, and has 55 rooms, 7 hallways, and 3 stairwells. 2 of these rooms are balconies, 1 small and 1 large, all beautifully crafted, so distinctly that the player doesn't get lost along the way. This mansion is hardly a maze, so you won't spend too much time figuring out where to go next. But keep in mind that everything won't be spelled out for you, and leaving behind important collectibles may cause backtracking in the future. Even with me forgetting the treadmill key, my full playthrough wasn't much longer than 4 hours, which to me adds to its replay value. Clearing rooms is just as satisfying as vacuuming the ghosts, and not before long, you'll find that you've cleared an entire floor, and it's time for the boss fight. This is where some horror games start falling short. Let's do the same thing you've been doing, but it's hard mode now. Taking away not only from the sense of progression, but also from the sense of accomplishment that comes with unlocking a new challenge. Fortunately enough, for us, these portrait ghosts already feel like a collection of Cuphead bosses, allowing the actual boss fights to feel even more intense than they did in the rooms. These nightmare arenas force the player to consider their surroundings carefully and to seize moments of opportunity. It doesn't hurt that they're also well designed and feel boss-worthy. Too many times I'll finish a horror game and only remember one really scary moment from it. Not even the main plot or the final boss. It doesn't mean that they were bad, they just didn't stick with me. But for some reason, this game has. Every Halloween season I break out Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube and it never fails to set the mood. I not only recommend that you play it yourself, but 100% it. Go for everything. The mansion is a blast to explore. It's hard to take horror seriously as we get older, but Luigi's Mansion is a fun scare that isn't afraid to get darker than its source material. If you're new to the series or an old fan like myself, I'm dying to know what you think. Is Luigi's Mansion a contender for one of the best horror games of all time? Let me know in the comments below. Or, rest in peace. If you enjoyed this review, consider liking and subscribing. If you enjoyed the art on the thumbnail, you can follow my Instagram. Thank you for watching.